Welcome to our very first podcast for the 20-something hustle with 30-something juggle. Megan and Marianne, we are so excited to be here and getting ready to show off what we have in store for you. This is just a podcast where real life, real estate,
Who we are as people.
yeah, real laughs come together and a platform for us to just be open and honest. I'm 38. I'm a wife. I'm a mom, and I've been in the real estate world for 7 years now.
I'm Megan. I'm 23 and I'm just starting out in life and business, trying to figure it all out one coffee and one showing at a time.
I love that. We are in our own little world right now. We just ventured off by ourselves. And so I feel like this is a great time for us to show the world who we are and why we're a good time. So basically, I'm over here juggling kids, a business, and pretending that I can stay up past 9 o'clock, which
She can't.
spoiler alert, I cannot.
I'm still out here trying to decide if ramen noodles count as a balanced dinner. She says they don't.
No.
I think they do.
No. Again, we just wanted to start this podcast because we're living proof that life looks very different in your 20s versus 30s, but we have a lot of similarities for the both of us in this entrepreneurial world. Both as young business owners and females in this industry, I think that we hold each other accountable, but we
Yes.
also are there for each other when we need it the most. What do you think?
I agree with that. We'll throw in a little bit of real estate here and there, give some tips for buyers, sellers, all of that, but majority of it will just be us.
Yeah. I think it's really important for women to empower women. And so that's what we're here to do. Plus, living in Kansas City and being able to highlight those amazing things that go on around our city. I think it's exciting and an opportunity for us to talk about why we live where we live. So think of this like coffee with your friends. I'm drinking water.
Me too.
But we do like Frost Coffee. It's right down the way, so we'll shout them out. And just being with people that have been through the fire, and who have stories to tell. So we're living proof in Kansas City. So let's get started. Megan, why don't you tell the viewers who you are and what you love most about living here locally, and maybe what you do for fun.
Okay, so like I said, I'm Megan. I'm 23. I have a boyfriend of, I don't know how many years are going on. I'm waiting on the ring if anybody wanted to know.
Cameron.
Yeah, listen up. I am a dog mom. I have a 7-year-old golden doodle, and this Sunday I'm actually getting a puppy. It's a little chocolate lab. Her name is Willow, so she will be here at the office with me.
She is not coming here. I have a puppy too, but
we are so excited. I actually just moved to Green Valley. We bought our first house in August, renovated the whole thing, and are now living there. Living locally, I feel like everything's so close. Like you can go to a restaurant and right down the street there'll be ice cream or dessert, or there's an activity, especially like downtown this Summit, since this is where we work. I feel like it's nice to be able to like walk to lunch or walk to get a coffee, or being able to like be mobile in the area and not have to drive 45 minutes to go where we want to go.
Yeah, I feel like we spend a lot of time down here in Lee Summit and really enjoy the atmosphere down here, the livelihood. I mean, the nightlife is great, except for the fact, again, I don't stay out past 9 o'clock. Again, I'm kind of living vicariously sometimes through Meg, because, it wasn't that long ago. I was 23.
You could get down.
I always giggle because I love that Megan is who she is. But I do tell her, I was like, I'm so good at partying and drinking that I had to quit. Oh, the fun fact about me, I have been clean and sober, I don't know, for years, 4 years.
Yeah, she's going on.
And I did that personally as a goal for myself, just to be present with my kids. So if you're sober and like to have a good time and go to bed before 9, we might be friends.
Or if you want to stay out past, I don't know. I don't really feel like I do that a lot anymore. We're so busy. I'm ready to like come home and go to bed.
Yeah.
But I could still get out.
Yeah, you can get down. Okay, so a little bit about me.
Yeah.
So I've been married since 2013 to my husband, Nathan. We have 3 kids. Brooklyn, who is 10 and into dance and keeps us busy. Carter is 7 and he is in wrestling, baseball, football,
Also keeps you busy.
all the things. He loves baseball right now. It's coming to an end. And then out of nowhere, I decided to bring in our 1-year-old, 6 months old, 16 months old.
16 months.
What in the world? 6 months. I wish he was 6 months. And so we decided to start all over just because, we're young and flashy and fun at 38. But I can tell you, Megan, now that I've had my 3rd baby, I sat on the floor for too long, my hips hurt.
She gets up and she's like, ow.
Yeah. I mean,
Or she cracks or something.
I feel like
But she's not that old.
over the last couple of years, I've noticed my body changing, which has never happened before. I stayed active and actually always giggled at my husband because he always has a problem. He always has some kind of problem. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? So now I've started taking some pills to help me with that. But yeah, so aging is not fun right now for me.
I'll be there sooner than later.
Yeah, you will. You will.
One day.
But in your 20s,
I'm going to be 24 this year. That doesn't sound fun anymore. Like 23, you're still closer to 21. 22, you just turned 21.
I cried the hardest on my 22nd birthday.
Yes, I'm like now 24. What is it when you turn 25? You're like half a century? No, what is it?
A quarter century.
A quarter of a century.
Half a century.
That's what? Now what?
Well, doesn't your insurance go down when you turn 25?
Yeah, that's it. And I can get a hotel.
You can't get a hotel?
I think it's more expensive.
Okay.
No, it's a rental car. I can get a rental car.
What in the world? A rental car.
I can get a rental car.
Okay.
So when I go to the beach or something, I can rent my own car now.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope that you guys could figure that out. Rental car. I didn't realize that was
You have to pay 25.
Yeah.
Or it's like super expensive.
Yeah. I guess I didn't know that. That's crazy. I've been able to rent a car for a while now. And to be honest, I've never utilized that. Little fun fact about me is I don't take care of anything. Nathan kind of handles all the business.
Ask her if we got paid, and she's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I never know if I get paid. And by the time I do get paid, my numbers have been allocated to the business accounts that they're supposed to go to so that one day we can retire. But if you were to ask me how much is in our retirement account, I, again, don't know.
She has no idea.
Praise the Lord for Nathan taking care of all business things related. But on the other hand, I don't know. Let's see if this is something that happens in your house. Do you keep track of where all of Cameron's necessities are?
I'm supposed to. It's like I'm supposed to do that.
Like, does he come in before he can leave because he now has no idea where his keys are?
Keys, wallet, phone. I'm supposed to know it all.
Yeah, I mean, and usually as I'm like scanning the house,
You could see it.
I can spot him.
Yeah. And you'll just sit there and look at him for a second. Like his clean jeans. He has a pair of clean jeans and he has a pair of work jeans. And the night before, this happened literally yesterday. The night before we went out to Devon.
Oh, yeah.
In his clean jeans.
Oh, clean
And then he
jeans.
left the next morning asking where his keys and his wallet were.
In the clean jeans.
They're probably in your clean jeans.
That makes sense. I always have to know where his stuff is. Because if I don't, then the question comes up of where is my phone, or where are my keys, or where's my wallet. So I do give my full honest appreciation to Nathan for him keeping track of all of the actual important stuff, like finances and stuff. But I think he should definitely show me some appreciation for keeping track of the stuff
For his wallet.
that keeps him running day to day. Right? So he can make it to his job.
I agree with that. This morning, actually, he asked me where the toothpaste was. And it was in the drawer below that it normally is in.
Oh, no.
But he didn't open the next drawer. He
Yeah.
just expected it to be in that drawer and then he gave up. He said, where's the toothpaste?
Oh, yeah. I do feel like women are the keeper of those kinds of things.
You have to be.
Yeah. Okay. So Megan and Cameron have been together for like quite some time. Actually, he's one of two boyfriends that I've known. So I guess like they are now living together, which is kind of the except for their age difference
Yeah.
a little bit. It's kind of the route that Nathan and I took too.
Yeah.
Which is really fun. So I don't know about like everybody out there, but I feel like it's super important. And I kind of told you this too,
Right.
to live together before you guys
Right.
committed.
Well, and before we bought our house, we lived in an apartment for a
Yeah.
year. So I was like, should I get, obviously in real estate, I'm like, I don't want to rent something.
And pay somebody else.
But she is like, how do you know you want to live with him?
Right.
And then you get a house and you get married and you have kids and you never wanted to do that because you didn't even want to live with him.
Right.
So we rented and then we're into the house now and he's 20. He'll be 21 this year and
Yeah.
I'll be 24 this year.
Yeah. And he acts like he's 45.
He does.
To be
He
honest.
goes to bed before me. He is constantly cracking and can't get up off the floor. But you would never guess it that he's 20.
Yeah.
He does not act his age. He's very mature.
Yeah. I feel like he's a great guy. Okay, so let's rewind so you guys can learn a little bit. So in 2018,
Mm-hmm.
is that when you moved there?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you were in 2018.
I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay, so 15.
14 or 15, yeah.
Yeah.
I had blonde hair.
Yeah. Which is quite hilarious because obviously we're drastically different now.
Yeah.
But when I first moved in the cul-de-sac where your parents still live, Megan was this young, fun girl that my daughter, who was 3 at the time, who is now 10, kind of looked up to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you would definitely get out and play with the kids in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Her and her dad would blow things up
On 4th of July.
4th of
It's our
July.
favorite holiday.
Yeah, crazy. It's my least favorite holiday now that I have kids because booms and stuff wake my kids up.
So I was 14, 15,
Yeah.
still getting off the school bus
Yeah.
because I couldn't drive till going into my senior year.
Mm-hmm.
So they moved into the cul-de-sac. We lived there for probably 3 years at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. And so that's how Megan and I first connected. Through that, we got to watch you grow up.
Yep. I graduated high school 2020 and I was supposed to go to Northwest Missouri State.
Yes.
But that was COVID and they were like, you're not going to be able to do anything. You're just going to go be stuck in a dorm. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that. And then I went to Longview because I had the A+ program. That was 2 free years of community college. And then I was like, well, I don't want to do that either.
Right.
And then I thought about real estate and
Yeah. I remember this conversation that we had. We had it
Yeah.
outside in the cul-de-sac and I was like, come with me. I want you with me. And it like transpired this friendship
right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, I knew Megan and I knew that she was a wonderful person and she came from a great family and she loved my kids and she was always there to like help and be of assistance. But I don't know, it gave me something to be passionate about. Before real estate, I was a teacher, so I was a business education teacher and I left teaching to be a stay-at-home mom. And at the time, she was really young and it was actually I was stay-at-home mom when I moved into that cul-de-sac and I got licensed shortly after. Carter was 6 months old and when we moved in and by March I was licensed, which is wild and insane. But I had a really hard baby at home and I needed adult interaction. So getting licensed allowed me to get out of the house. And honestly, it was the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
I think it gave me an opportunity to really be passionate and love something that I never was even part of my like life
Right.
or was going to be the trajectory of where I was going.
You thought you were going to teach forever.
I thought I was going to teach forever. And then I had a really hard time of people teaching my kid things that I didn't even know. And the world is really wild, and how much like things have changed and your mom's in education. And so she can speak on this behalf too, but the whole education system has changed so much. It's not like it used to be. And so for me, I left teaching knowing I would probably go back. And you're gonna laugh because every year around February, I will look and see
Yep.
what positions are available, in which knowing I would make a whole lot more less money. But I think as a educator, you're like, once an educator, always an educator. And so this is where real estate really like was such an exciting time for me, because I get to still teach all day, every day.
Yeah. You still get to teach people about the process and the knowledge.
Yeah. So we have so much fun. But education has changed so much along the way that I knew when I wanted to go have something of my own, it wasn't going to be back to teaching, because it didn't give me the flexibility that I wanted with my family. And honestly, I didn't want a full-time job. I just wanted something to get out of the house and have an identity for myself. And so this is really fun. But I now have partnered with Megan fully. And so Megan and I have a lot to, I don't know, give back and talk about. And
Our journey to get here.
yeah, our journey was huge. It was so fun. But now we're here just talking about our lives and the struggles. And we really have similar backgrounds.
Yeah.
And where we're at right now. So Cameron is a young, eager entrepreneur, and Nathan's a business owner as well. And so a lot of our struggles are like, whose business is more important, or who's going to take the spotlight that day?
Because it can change like that. One day we could be super busy and they're not at all.
Yeah.
And the next it could be flipped.
And so I feel like you're kind of like learning a lot about how to like, I don't know, like adjust that in your relationship as you grow, by looking at Nathan and I too.
Yeah. Cameron really looks up to them a lot.
Well, I don't know why.
In every single aspect. I think for Cameron, starting out so young and trying to like find his business is really challenging for him. So people like them is who he really looks up to figure out what he wants to do in his life. He told me yesterday he has no idea what he's going to do. You do it every day.
Yeah, he's getting up and hustling every day.
Every single day. But we're all very similar. Yeah. In our figuring out like business, mainly business for Cameron and I, because we're both self-employed.
Right.
And now we own a house together. How are we going to pay the bills?
Yeah. You got to get up and work every single day. Okay. So let's just dig into Megan. What is like your passion? Like, what do you enjoy most about like every day? Like, what do you get up and do?
Real estate or not?
Not Megan.
Getting up every day, I get up for my dog. Seriously.
Yeah.
I love my dog was my sister's dog, my older sister's dog. And then my sister had kids and they moved into a new house, and her dog, which is now my dog, scratched the floor one day and she was like going to give her away. And I was like, no, you cannot do that. I lived in an apartment at the time. So I was like, no way I'm going to be able to take care of dog 3 levels up and take her out all the time. But I made it work. And I get up every single morning. And now that we have our own house, I get up and I clean every single morning. I make the bed, I clean, I vacuum, I take the dog outside. Like, I prep my day around if I have enough time to get up and clean. If I don't have time to make my bed or do something, it throws off my entire day.
I've been doing that too. I have been getting up and making my bed. Now cleaning now.
It's just like wiping down the counters or vacuuming, because the sun comes in the morning perfectly on everything.
Yeah.
So I can see everything. So it freaks me out. But I think making your bed in the morning is very important.
I do too. I feel like it's like something that you can check up your to-do list.
It's like you did something already. It makes you feel productive.
Yeah. I do it before I work out in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I try to.
I don't work out in the morning. She does. Which I should, but I clean instead.
I do not clean. Like I do have like 2 things. Like the dishes. I hate when I have to leave the house with dirty
You
dishes.
always do your dishes.
I hate having dishes in my sink.
Well,
like before I leave.
And you have 3 kids that eat breakfast, and you eat breakfast, and it accumulates.
Yeah, I feel like we accumulate dishes like nobody's business.
So what do you do? Dishes,
and I really just started making my bed. I do my gratitudes every
She does
morning.
do those. I think everybody should do them, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
So tell them, what does that look like?
So I have just an app on my phone. It's called 365 Gratitude. And it gives me a quote of the day. And And I need to do better about sending it back.
She sends them to me.
So it gives me a quote, and then it gives me a like prompt of like what I don't know, like a gratitude almost prompt to read.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like a real life story. Sometimes it's just like motivational, whatever. And so then you kind of write or free write about whatever that prompt was.
Made you feel.
Yeah, how it made you feel. So this morning was like, can you give thanks to something that is really hard in your, and it's like, can you look at it as a positive versus a negative, which I feel like is glass half full is like huge to me because I'm always trying to like see, okay, how can this like be a good thing versus a
Right.
bad
How
thing?
can you turn it to something better?
And so this morning was great, but then the second part is write down 3 things you're thankful for in the last 24 hours. And the one thing that I do is if I write about somebody, I always let them know.
She will tell you.
So I'm like, hey, I wrote about you in my gratitude journal this morning. Like, I just want to let you know what you said to me yesterday meant something, or that random act of kindness you did meant something to me. And so it just allows me to like start
pouring into people,
but also like starting my day off on like a positive
Yes.
note. And the other thing I love about it too is it gives me like a scale, and it's a happy face scale. So it's like all the way happy to like really mad face. But it's like, how are you feeling this morning? And I find that if Nathan gets up with me and he comes downstairs, like my smiley face isn't as happy because I don't I don't have that 10 minutes to myself.
to just be by yourself.
But then if I hit happy, usually it's like because I have this like solitude and I'm just like by myself drinking my coffee and doing my gratitude journal. But it's the very first thing. So I don't open social media, I don't open emails, I don't open anything. I literally just open this app and I just read it. The other thing that I'm doing right now is the Spiral Bible and trying to read the Bible in a year. So those of you who know me know that have struggled with religion. Some of my girlfriends will laugh at this because it's not like I've struggled with Jesus, but I have struggled with like finding a church home.
It's hard.
And knowing like you're where you're supposed
Right.
to be. And then you have kids activities and all this junk that pops in and you're like, I don't even have time to go to church. So this 365, or it's not 365, but it's like read the Bible in a year, allows me to like kind of get to know the Bible more because I don't feel like I know Jesus very well. I mean, I feel like I have a relationship maybe, but I've always struggled on that end. But so that's kind of my morning routine. And then I work out 3 days a week.
Anyways, yeah, I clean, I take care of my dog. I find keys and wallet in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I bought Nathan the Ridge wallet for Christmas.
Does he like it?
And he does like it. But he lost his wallet just the other day. And he was like, I can't find my wallet. And I was like, okay, so look it up on your phone because the Ridge
It'll
wallet
tell you.
has a tracker card that you put in there. And he was like, I haven't set up the tracker card. So I'm like, this
It's not even worth it.
it's not. Hopefully he hears this and sets up his tracker card.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll remind him. We'll see if that works.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think that's a little bit about us.
Yeah. There's a lot more to us. Don't worry.
I think it's just is a great way for us to start and give you a little introduction to where we are and
Who we are.
and what we have going on in our crazy lives. And we would love for you to subscribe and listen. Okay, so our episode 2 is about your early 20s and your energy, figuring it out and taking risks. So just about her jumping off and deciding to go into business for herself and making it work. And then we're going to talk about late 30s, which is this girl right here, in balancing kids, responsibilities, smarter choices, sometimes not smarter choices. I feel like it's important for you guys to kind of to know what's coming up. That way, if you have something maybe you want us to highlight or talk about, we would love your information. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, thanks for hanging out with us on the 20-something hustle with 30-something juggle with Marianne
And Megan.
So we'll see you next time. Bye.